Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful Nest video. As you can see today, I went back to my t-shirt and my sweatpants because wearing clothes is exhausting. So we should be comfy because today we are going to continue our face yoga. So we should be very comfortable in our face yoga. And since I didn't go anywhere today, I thought I would stay in my nice sweatpants, comfy clothes, getting ready for some face yoga. So today we're going to do a lot of mouth movements. So make sure you've brushed your teeth. One, because it is important to brush your teeth. We don't want cavities and you want to have good smelling breath. And number two, because we don't want to see all the food in your teeth when we're doing this fun yoga stuff. So yes, I would recommend brushing your teeth 2 times a day. Floss as well. Or sometimes you could also even use a mouthwash, whichever you'd like. Okay, moving on. So yesterday we started with just some shoulder rolls. So we're going to do that again today. So just nice and easy. Move your shoulders around. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you want to do real yoga, I'd recommend it because I don't have that soothing voice that those yogi people do. So if you want to do real yoga, real face yoga, don't listen to me. But for now, you should listen to me. So rolling our shoulders back. Ow, my shoulders are actually starting to hurt because I clench my shoulders like this when I work. So it's good, but it hurts. It's good if it hurts, actually. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Okay, so now what we're going to do, if you remember from yesterday, we just are going to stretch out our necks a little bit because we hold a lot of tension in our necks when we study. So we're going to put our fingertips here, pull down a little bit, and you're going to look up for 3. Make sure you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Now turn to your right. I think this is my right. Again, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Back to the center and to the side. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Very good. And now we're just going to do nice and easy neck rolls. Very calm. Yes, maybe go the other way. If you hear cracking, it should be okay. My neck cracks, so hopefully we didn't break anything. One more time. Excellent. Wonderful. So we're going to get some face muscles moving since we're going to be using our cheek muscles a lot today. So you're going to take your fingers, a little tappy on your face. Right up to your cheeks. Tap, 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 tap. Your mouth. Tap, 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 tap. Wake up your face. Don't slap yourself to wake yourself up. Just tap. We're only tapping today. Tap like you're playing on a keyboard or something like that. Tap, 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 tap. All right. Excellent. I think my face is all warmed up. What about you guys? I hope my face is warmed up because it's quite late in the day for me, early in the day for you guys, but I'm not. I'm in Turkey, so a little bit late for me. All right, I think my face is all warmed up. Wonderful, wonderful. The first exercise we are going to be doing today is going to make us look like a weird dog. Put your paws because this is going to help us focus on which way we're going, right? So we're going to go this way and then up, down, this way, and then up and down again. But we're not just going to be using our cute little puppy paws. We're going to use our tongue. We're going to stretch out our tongue and help with our face muscles here, all right? So tongue out, like this, I think. Yeah. All right. So you're going to stick your tongue out and you're going to go reach your tongue all the way up like this. Down. All right. Like that. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we smile. Yeah, smile. Okay, smiling. Teeth. Don't show your lower teeth. Teeth. Tongue out. Left. Okay. Up. 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 It's not easy, is it? Ooh, gosh, it kind of hurts too. Ooh, oh, and now my lips are all wet. Chapstick. Keep your chapstick handy. So we should do that about 4 to 5 times, okay? 4 to 5. If you're feeling like you really need to stretch your face muscles out, you gotta smile more and do it a few more times, all right? So that was exercise 1. Good job, folks. Okay, so for exercise number 2, we are going to use our tongues again, okay? But this time we're going to keep them inside our mouth. So what you're going to try to do is with your tip of your tongue, you're going to try to touch the little corner of your nose here and here. And once you try to get that there, you're going to make little circles with your tongue here, and you're going to make little circles with your tongue there, like this. It is not as easy as it sounds. It is quite difficult. So take your little tip of your tongue here. And then the other side. Ooh, it's making my nose itchy. Other side. Good. And we should do this again about 4 to 5 times. Okay. So for our next move, I'm going to give you a little bit of sports information. Maybe some of you are fans of rugby. Well, in rugby, there is a special team called the All Blacks, and they are well known for doing the haka, which is a cool dance that traditional Maoris used to use to scare their opponents during war. So the New Zealand All Black team has adopted this and usually do the haka before their matches. And in the haka, you want to make the craziest face that you can to scare your opponents. So today, we're going to make a haka face. That's our next exercise. So you're going to open your eyes as big as you can, while at the same time sticking your tongue out like this and making a strange noise. So do your best haka face, okay? Now with your hands, you can either put your hands on your shoulder, you can put them in your lap, wherever you'd like to put them. I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders because, like I told you earlier, I sit hunched up like a little schmeagle all the time, and I have a lot of tension in my neck. So, please ignore the airplane. We're going to do the haka, right? And we're going to breathe in before we do it, and you got to make the noise. Got to make the noise so that it has the full effect, and you're going to make it for about 10 seconds, all right? So you're going to count to 10, maybe a little bit less if you feel you're getting kind of dizzy. Don't get dizzy. That's bad. Don't get dizzy, all right? So let's try it. One. Ready? Good. That was your haka. And I think it was about 10 seconds, but I'm not totally confident because I forgot to count. So we should do this maybe 4 or 5 times, all right? I'm only going to do it one more time, okay? Because we got other things to get to. But you should do it yourself maybe 4 or 5 times, all right? Ready? Breathe in. And go. And that time I didn't make the noise. My apologies. But you should make a noise. Make a scary haka noise. Okay? Alrighty? Wonderful. So now we're going to do one last move. And for our last exercise, pose as you'd like to call it, we're going to do something fun. Less fun than the haka face, but I think it's fun. You're going to try to touch your nose with your tongue, like this. And you're going to push your chin out as far as you can, and then try to touch your nose like this. I'm not very successful. I can't. I can barely curl my tongue. Sorry, I swallowed some tea leaves during my break. Okay, so hold it for a couple of seconds and then let go. Make sure to breathe though. I can't remember to keep my tongue curled. Good. Probably only for about 5 seconds, really short, because you're going to feel it in your mouth and it kind of hurts. And do it maybe 4 to 5 times again. So that's all I have for you guys today on our face yoga. I hope you guys had fun. Check out the haka video, maybe learn the haka dance moves, like they go like this, like they're pounding on a drum. I don't know. I don't watch rugby. So, well, enjoy everybody, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, we hope you're all safe and well, and welcome to another N.E.S.T Kids video. Today we're going to show you some activities that you can do whilst you're out for your daily walk. Remember to try and only stay with people in your family. If you see some strangers, just step to one side to let them pass and try and keep 2 big steps away from people as well. Right, so we've been on a bit of a walk and we've stopped in this nice area, and we're going to do our first activity here. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take 5 minutes just to sit, have a bit of a relax, and whilst we're doing this we're going to think about our 5 senses. Now, he did some work with Catherine last week about the 5 senses. Can you remember what they are? So number 1, we have the sense of seeing things, seeing with your eyes. Number 2, hearing with your ears. Number 3, we use our hands for touch. Number 4, we've got nose and smell. And then number 5, taste with our tongue. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand or have a quick sit down, and we're going to think about our senses. And we're going to think about 5 things that we can see, 4 things that we can hear, 3 things that we can touch, 2 that we can smell, and 1 we can taste. So I've got my tablet with me and I'm going to write them down on here, but you can do it on pen and paper, on mum or dad's phone, on the notes, or just in your head, it doesn't matter. Starting with 5 things that I can see. Number 1, we have the bench. Number 2, the grass. Number 3, we have a tall tree. And 4, there is blossom on the tree. And then 5, we have some buildings. Next, we're going to think about things we can hear. So that's 4 things we can hear. Right now, I can hear the birds singing. I can hear some cars on the road far away. What else can I hear? There's people talking and a baby crying. Next up, 3 things we can touch. Now, we're not going to actually touch the things today, and if you do, you need to be really careful. Make sure you wash your hands when you get in. But yeah, 3 things that we can touch. So, number 1, my feet are touching the grass. Number 2, I can put my hands on the bench. And what else can I touch? Number 3, there is stick on the floor. So because I've touched this, I'm going to make sure I wash my hands when I get in. Now, 2 things that we can smell. The grass has just been cut, so I can smell the lovely fresh grass, and it's just rained. Can you see all the puddles and all the grass sticking to my shoes? It's just rained, so I can smell the smell of the rain. And then the last one thing I can taste. So it's a bit hard to taste things when you just stood outside. Can't taste much, but I did have a coffee cup of coffee before I came, and I can taste that. So that activity is a really good one to do if you ever feel a bit scared or a bit stressed or a bit worried. You don't have to be out on a walk, just wherever you are, you can just stop, take a quiet few minutes and think and breathe. So remember, 5 things you can see, 4 you can hear, 3 you can touch, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. If you want to make it a challenge as well, instead of just saying the grass or the tree, think about the ways you can describe it. Use some adjectives, so they're description words. So we've got the damp green grass, the very tall tree, the beautiful blossom on the tree. Right, we've got one more activity to show you and then we're going to finish our walk. Okay, so what we need to do for this next activity, I need you to find 4 sticks, all of about a similar size. So there's plenty here and I'm going to pick 4. So we've got 1, oh that one's broken, 2, no, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. What you're going to do with your sticks, you're going to put them down to make a little frame. Like this, like a little picture frame. Once you've got your frame, you're going to have a look really closely and try and describe as many things as you can see in this frame. What we've got here, we've got a petal of a flower that's fallen off. Here we've got some of the stone on the wall. Do you know what this stuff's called? This is called moss, green moss. So that's 3 things I can find in that one. Let's move the frame and see if we can find any more. Right, in this next one, we've got a little bit of moss again, more of the wall, some green grass, and if you look really closely, can you see it's been raining? And we've also got this plant here. So, I hope you enjoyed those little activities. It's just a little something you can do when you're out and exercising, getting your fresh air. Like I said, if you're ever feeling a bit stressed or a bit sad, a bit worried, that's normal, that's okay. But the nice little activities you can do to focus, feel calm, and just remember where you are and that you're okay. Other ways you can do it as well, if you've got brother or sister or you're out with mum and dad, you can do it as a competition. Put your frames down, your stick frames, who can find the most in the square. And like I said, if you want a bit more of a challenge, use those big words, adjectives, your big description words. Think about how we can describe things and just enjoy it, stay safe, enjoy being outside.
Hi you all, welcome back and welcome to the science section. Today we're going to be looking at your 3rd sense, your sense of sight. Today we've got some really exciting experiments testing optical illusions, both experiments you can do at home and some you can follow along with online. So, hope you enjoy. So for this experiment, all you're going to need is a piece of blank paper, a pen, a see-through glass, and some water. So first of all, you're going to take your pen, you're going to take your paper and draw an arrow on it, just like that. Next, you're going to take your cup, take the water and pour it on. And when you've got both of these things, you're ready to go. So now take your piece of paper with the arrow and move it behind the water glass and see if you can spot the difference. So before, moving it behind. Any difference? Moving it back. And behind again. Did you spot anything different? Did it look different in yours? So hopefully you saw the arrow switch direction when you moved it behind the glass. This happens not because the arrow is actually changing direction, but because of something called refraction. Refraction is when light bends and changes direction. So refraction is something that happens when the light that's travelling really quickly through the air suddenly hits the water. And if you've ever been in a swimming pool, you know how hard it is to walk through the water. So it's running, and it hits the water, and it slows down. When this light begins to slow down, it begins, rather than heading in a straight line, to bend, just like that. And this is because when the light slows down, it begins to lose all of its energy. And it just can't be bothered to keep going in a straight line, so it moves off to the side like this. And that's what we saw. So this is called refraction, and you see it everywhere in nature. For example, in rainbows and in sunsets. Can you think of, or could you research, any more uses of refraction? Just before we move on to the next experiment, I'm sure you've realised, but remember, refraction is not the same as reflection. Reflection is what you use to look at yourself in a mirror. That's reflection. But refraction, remember, is the bending of light when it hits water. For this optical illusion, I challenge you to count how many black dots you can see in the centre of the grey crosses. Have a go. It's trickier than you think, right? The secret is there are no black dots. They're all white. But because of the black around it, your brain gets confused and thinks that they're black as well. So for this optical illusion, you need to take your right hand, put it over your right eye, look at the black star on the right hand side of the screen, and then slowly move your eye in towards the screen like this. And at some point, you should see the star on the left disappear. Give it a go and see if it works for you. When you've found this, you've found what we call your blind spot. So the blind spot is actually a part of your eye which doesn't receive information from the outside world. It has no idea what's going on. However, luckily we have two eyes, so when the right one's blind spot can't see anything, the left side normally makes it up. So that's why when we take away one of the eyes, we struggle. Just a note that if you're looking at that experiment on a small phone screen, it might not work so well. So you can make your own, like this. In this experiment, you could focus on the dot and cover your right eye again, and just move the paper in and out until you find it. Should work. That's all we've got time for today, but hope you had fun, and look forward to seeing you next time for some more science experiments.